What's going on? Social media socialites, YouTubers, entrepreneurs, CEOs, future CEOs, owner operators, nurse practitioners, baby mama, baby daddies, everybody. What's going on, social media socialites? My name is E.DeanCole. If you're watching me for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. And so I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. And I am back on my regular schedule every Tuesday and Thursday. I will be teaching. That's what I do. I teach, I educate, I empower, I inspire people to be a better version of themselves by entrepreneurship, specifically through entrepreneurship. So if you're watching this for the first time and you don't know who I am, and somebody shared this with you, this is a live and interactive live. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Okay. So this is a lecture. So you click on this link for information, and you click on this link to be entertained, but you are going to be empowered. And the way that you're going to be empowered is by interacting with me. It is interactive. Okay. So this is live. You can't see the comments right now, but I'm about to bring the comments on the screen and you will be able to see your comments. So I'm going to answer your questions live tonight. Now, the rules of engagement is that if I see it, I get to it, I just feel like I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I've had somewhat of cabin fever because I hadn't been able to really post and do a lot on YouTube because of some things that I've been going through over the past 60 days. And I'm transparent, and I'm going to teach about that a little later. But I just want to touch y'all. I just want to be with y'all. I just want to touch y'all. So I said all of that to say, I don't know how long I'm gonna go tonight. I'm gonna go however long I feel like going, but let's go ahead and see who is all in the building. Like I said, I want you to participate and I want you to chime in. I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to tell me where you're watching from. So let's go ahead and get into this. True. Somebody asked me a question. Is true or false? Okay, they tripping. So let's see who is all in the building. Oh, wow, that is small. Let's see if I can make that a little bigger. Matter of fact, let me make sure I got some sound. I'm tripping. I'm acting like I'm assuming that I got sound. Let's see if I got sound. Let me see if I'm able to see myself and hear myself. Let's see how we sound. True. Someone asked me a question. Okay, we're looking pretty good. So let's see who's all in the building. Oh wow, that is small. Let's see if I can. All right. The sound is good. So let's go ahead and make these comments a little bigger. So this is live. Boom. There we go. There we go. I hope y'all can see ourselves. And let's see who is all in the building. So I am going to be reading from I'm going to be cheating. I'm going to be reading from my iPhone. It's going to make it a little easier for me because that thing is small. Y'all see that? You see this? It is hard to read. So I am going to try to leave y'all comments up so you can see your comments. So like I said, the way that we're doing this is it's going to be first come, first serve. If I can see it and I can get to it, let's see how we can do this. Oh, wow. Let's see. You guys are watching this live, so let me do this live. Boom, boom. Let's see. Yep, I think we got it. I think we got it. The vicissitudes of entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct. It is what it is. Oh, I'm trying to make it to where it looks good. It's presentable. It looks good. You know. So let's see if it looks good. If you guys can see this. So let's go ahead and check in and see who's all in the building. So if you can see it and it looks good, I want you to say see it. Let's go ahead and see. My width. I want to make my width. Boom, boom. Let's see. Let's see how we doing. There we go. There we go. See, there we go. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, I can see Ray is in the building, says, hey, Dean, how are you doing? Blessings. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. If this looks a lot better, if you can see this, and this is live. So now if you're watching this on Facebook, this is the replay, okay? So if you're watching this on Facebook, you're going to see a link up here, okay? Up there will bring you to my YouTube channel. So the next time I'm live, you'll be able to interact and you'll be able to participate. However, like I said, this is unlike anything you've ever seen before. So I want you to make a mind muscle connection, and I want you to participate as well. Psychologically, if you write something down or if you create some type of action and some type of motion, when you learn something new, you create a mind muscle connection and you'll be able to remember it and recall it. So I want you guys to participate. Even if you're watching this on Facebook, you're not going to see your comments because this is live on YouTube, okay? But if you ever want to catch me live and you want to participate, there's a link up here, all right? And if you follow that link, it will bring you to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can see exactly when I'm live. So, boom. You see this right here? Hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell, and it'll allow you to see me when I am live so you can participate. So let's see who is all in the building. While I go ahead and do this roll call, let's see who is all in the building while I do the roll call. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Get my chat together. You dig? Okay. All right, so let's see who's in the building. We have Chief Knock is in the building. Chief Knockahoe. Chief Knockahoe is in the building. Pimping on top of pimping since pimping been pimping. Chief Knockahoe is in the building. Hey, Chief Knockahoe. He was actually the first person in the building. So notification squad, notification gang. Chief Knockahoe is in the building. We got Mario Caldwell is in the building. Hey, Mario, how are you doing? We got Shug Knight is in the building. Hey, Shug, how are you doing? We got Brandon Harrison is in the building. Says, hello, my brother. Joined the academy 1 day ago, ready to win again. Awesome. We're ready to win again. I want to help you get there. I want to help you win. Okay, what the world? Okay, my computer just went out. So I don't know. There we go. Boom. This is live, guys. So yeah, you guys just saw the whole thing just kind of went out on me, but we back on, we back in. So we got 21. Miss Michelle is in the building. Hey, 21, how are you doing? Aaron is in the building. Hey, Aaron. Knowledge of Self is in the building. Hey, Knowledge, how are you doing? Cool Breeze Trucking is in the building. How are you doing, Cool Breeze Trucking? Let's see. We got Carolyn Raven is in the building. Says, good morning. Hey, good morning. How are you doing, Carolyn? We got Aaron Frederick is in the building. Hey, Aaron, how are you doing today? We have Timothy Hughes is in the building. Hey, Tim, how are you doing? We got Ann is in the building from Atlanta. Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Ray is in the building. Hey, Ray. Keith is in the building. Hey, Keith. All right, Curtis is in the building. Okay, I want all of you guys to hit the like button right now. Let's hit the like button and let's go ahead, and I want you guys to share this right now. So we have over 30 people watching. I want all 30 of you guys to hit the like button, and I want you to share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this on Twitter. I want you to text it to your side chick, or text it to your main chick, or text it to your side dude, or text it to your homeboy, or text it to anybody. I just want you to hit that share button. Let YouTube know that you value the content, because this is free, but the cost of admission is your participation, okay? So I want you to hit that like button, and I want you to hit that share button. And even if you're watching this on Facebook, okay? If you're watching this on Facebook, I want you to hit the share button and the like button right now, okay? I want you to participate. Like I said, I want you to make this mind muscle connection. So I know this is a long intro, but hey, it's live. It is what it is. And when you get a YouTube channel and you start broadcasting, you can do what you want to do. But since you are watching my YouTube channel and you are into my world, then you're just going to have to come along for the ride. So like I said, the rule of engagement is that if I see it, we're going to get into it. All right, I'm going to answer your questions, and super chats get priority. So if I'm missing your question and it's not, and I'm just not getting to it, that super chat will bring you to the top. Everybody will see your question, and I'll be able to get right to it. So let's see. Start from the bottom. Dean, what's good? I am winning, Desmond. How are you doing today? Desmond Carter is in the building. Hey, Desmond, how are you doing today? Yesterday was my birthday, guys, by the way. I skipped you, Princess Wesley. Princess, thank you so much for chiming in. Princess, did you hit the like button? And Princess, did you share it? Let me know where you shared it, Princess, since I missed you. So let me know where you watching. Let me know where you shared it, okay? So we have over, okay, awesome. Also, we have only 20 people that's liked this so far. Okay, I need you guys to hit that like button, and I want you guys to participate as well. And it's late too, guys. So another part of this is just me wanting to touch you guys, because I I was gonna try to go live earlier, but I had a very interesting conversation with my honey bunny, with my precious, and that took precedence. So I am here, and I'm winning. So it's late, so I know we're not going to get a tremendous amount of participation. So this is an awesome opportunity for you guys to get my undivided attention, because happy belated birthday. Thank you very much for that, Brendan. I appreciate you, Brendan. So yeah, this is an opportunity for you guys to get my undivided attention, because it's not going to be a tremendous amount of people, because it's fairly late. All right, Keith is in the building. So Keith Smith is the person with the first question that I saw. Keith says, how soon can I get a box truck with a 526 credit score and quit my job? Trying to build a fleet up here in Big Money, Minnesota. Okay. Well, Keith, that's a very good question. So, Keith, I don't know. Do you follow me on Facebook, Keith? Follow me on Facebook. There's a link below that will bring you to my Facebook and my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, Keith, you would see that there was actually just there was a post that I did. We have a brand new lender that just came on board, and with a 620 score. Let me double check that, because I don't want to get to line. Hold on. Let me look at these underwriting guidelines. Let me double check. Don't give me the line. Let me double, and it's late too, so allow me to double check, Keith. Oh shoot. Oh wow. And thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes and the birthday shout outs. I really appreciate it. Yes. So so with a 620 score, Keith, you need to have at least a 620 FICO, and you need to be in business for at least 3 months. With a 620 FICO and you being in business for at least 3 months, you'll be able to get a box truck equipment. It has to be 10 years or newer. And the maximum amount for a brand new business, okay, for 3 months, the maximum amount will be $25,000 for a straight truck, for a box truck, okay? So that's one way that you can do it. So to answer your question, how soon will it take? The question really is for you. How soon do you want to do it, Keith? Because you have a 525 score. In 60 days, you can easily have a 700 score. If you do what's required, it's not going to happen by osmosis. It's not going to happen because you want it to happen. It's going to happen because you work for it to happen. So this isn't full consultation wise. So that's to answer your question. So we're not going to do a full conversation, because there's a lot more questions to come about. So if you have a question, again, if I catch it, I will answer if you have a second part to that. But to answer your question, Keith, it really only takes 60 days if you are about your business and you make it happen. The way that you could do that, Keith, is you could easily buy a trade line. All right, if you buy a seasoned trade line for, let's say, $600, $700, you take that $600 or $700, you buy a seasoned trade line, and while you're waiting for the trade line to post, you go make sure that you have your LLC is set up the proper way. And you say that you're in Minnesota. The price for an LLC in Minnesota, if memory serves me correct, is around $160, $165. I'm not 100% accurate because I'm not looking at the sheet, and it is 2 o'clock in the morning. But nevertheless, what you would do is you want to work and you want time to elapse at the same time. If you're serious about this, what you could do is go ahead, and today's February the 1st. Say, for instance, you purchase a trade line, February, March. It will pop up probably around the middle of April. I say 60 days. But in that time period, you could create your LLC in one day. You create your LLC, your limited liability company, invest, like I said, around $160, $165 into that, and then allow everything to come and populate. Boom, you good to go. You RTG. So there's a lot more to it than that. That's the simple answer for that. So that's a very good question. So if you guys like this on Facebook, I want you to hit that, hit the like button 5 times, okay? And I'm going to be watching, okay? I'm gonna be watching. So if you're watching this on Facebook, hit the like button for me 5 times. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to give me 5 thumbs up emojis. Okay. If you like that and you just got value in what I just said, I want you to hit the like button 5 times if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, I want you to hit the thumbs up button for me 5 times. And everybody that's watching is gonna see if you're participating. And I want you guys to participate. So let's see who's gonna participate with me. All right. Let's see who's going to participate with me. All right. I see Farad says, I'm really enjoying the program. Thank you, Farad. Let me get my thumbs up emojis. Where are my thumbs up emojis, Farad? You said you like it. There we go. Timothy Hughes, the first one to participate. Thank you so much for participating, Timothy. I appreciate that. Alan is participating. Thank you for participating, Alan. Mike is participating. Thank you so much for participating, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's Farood is giving it to me. Thank you so much. So I feed off of what you guys do. Like I said, this is unlike anything you've ever seen before. Okay. So I need you guys to participate, and let's go ahead and get into it. So there's a bit of a lag, but you know, it is what it is. You guys will be able to see. So let's see some more questions. That was a cool question. All right. Who was that? That was Keith asked the question. And happy belated birthday, Brendan. Thank you so much for that, Brendan. I appreciate that. All right, Aaron says, where can I get your Black business book? That's a very good question, Aaron. You will be able to get my Black business book at Barnes & Nobles. You'll be able to get it at Amazon. You'll also be able to get it Barnes & Nobles, Amazon. There's one other vendor I can't remember right now. But Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, and I gotta remember the other vendor. It's going to be released exclusively on Amazon for 90 days. And then after that, it's available in Barnes & Noble, and I forgot the other vendor, so forgive me, Aaron. That's a very good question. All right, Cool Breeze Trucking says, I'm good. Thank you so much for that, Cool Breeze Trucking. So Cool Breeze Trucking says, I'm good. You won't be saying much because we have to be at work early. Okay, Cool Breeze, I appreciate that. But thank you so much for the support, and happy belated birthday to me. Thank you so much for that, Cool Breeze Trucker. I really appreciate you. Robin Carpenter is in the building. You want the book too, Rob? Okay, Rob, if you want the book, then you guys will look at the descriptions below. All of the content and everything will be available in the description below. And if you're watching this for the first time, like I said, I want you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell, because when you hit that subscribe button or the notification bell, you are notified every time I'm live, every time something like this goes on. Okay, so let's see what's next. Boom, 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 boom. So Desmond Carter, very good question. Desmond Carter says, with an online store, is it still smart to follow the guidelines of the startup coaching course? That's a very good question, Desmond. Yes. So let me explain to you. So Desmond, whether you're selling boxes of Gatorade, whether you're selling boxes of Gatorade on the corner or you're selling boxes of Gatorade online, you're still a business. Okay. Now, when you want to buy these Gatorade for boxes of Gatorade, Desmond, whether you're going to sell it on the corner or you're going to sell it online, you're going to, unless you're doing drop shipping, you're going to need to buy this, okay? So instead of you using your personal credit and instead of using your own credit to buy the Gatorade, why not use your business credit, okay? So whether you chose to do business in person or you choose to do business online, a business is a business. And I know it's hard for people to conceptualize this, but I've been working in banking and finance. Oh my gosh. Shoot. I just turned, I'm about to tell you my age. I mean, I'll tell you my age. It don't matter. I'm older than a lot of people I consult a lot of times. So I've been that way for a long time. So some people feel some type of way about it. But, you know, they'll get over it. I'm 36. I turned 36 yesterday. I got into banking and finance when I was 18 years old. So you guys do the math. And so what happens is that sometimes people can't understand and they complicate things, but it's not complicated. Whether you want to sell Gatorade or whether you want to sell t-shirts, whether you want to sell $500,000 houses or you want to sell hotel rooms, it doesn't matter. If you're in business, you're in business. You can build business credit for any legitimate business as long as it's a legitimate business. Now, if you're just hustling, you know what I'm saying? You got an online store and you're just hustling, then no, it ain't going to work for you. It ain't going to work for you. But if you want to build a legitimate business to where you want to have hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, maybe $1 million in business credit and assets, then yes, you're going to want to do that. That's a very good question. So let's see who else is in the building. All right, so Timothy Hughes says, can you explain a holding company? That's a very good question, Timothy. So yes, let me explain a holding company. A holding company is basically a company that holds. All right. What are you holding? You're holding assets. You're holding other companies. It is basically a company that you can use for multiple purposes. A holding company is just that, a business entity that holds assets or manages assets or controls assets and or other businesses and enterprises. That's the best way I can describe a holding company. When people want to get into real estate, now, okay, so let me do a backdrop. Like I said, I've been in banking and finance ever since I was 18 years old, worked for banks. Okay. So the information that I talk about and the information that I teach about is specific underwriting guidelines. All right. So I teach specific underwriting guidelines. Now hear me, because I had a client that called into the office and she was so confused about a registered agent. Let me explain to you. You can be legal and get zero money from the bank. Okay. My job is not to teach you how to be legal, okay? My job is to teach you how to get funding. Now, at the same time, in order for you to get funding, you will be legal. So let me explain what I mean by that. I have a video that I'm going to drop. Like I said, I'm back. I'm back now, guys. I'm back. I can be back on social media now. I can. The feds have stopped watching. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a court case that is over with now, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Like I said on another video, all the fellas that talk about child support, all the fellas that want to know about child support, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I got a doozy for you and I got some great information for you fellas. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification button as well. But so let me explain. So I'm going to teach you how to be legal. Okay. All right. I'm going to teach you how to be legal, but there's some extra steps that I'm going to teach you what you need to do so you can get funding. All right. Like I said, I have a video that's about to come out, that's about to drop probably Tuesday or Wednesday, of a client of mine, a young lady, and she's frustrated. She's like, Dean, why I got to get 100 on your test? Dean, this don't make no sense. Why I got to do this? Why I got to do that? She's fussing, right? She in my course fussing. I say, trust me, trust the system, trust me. She fussing. I don't get it. And I need to get this and I need to get that. She trusts me. As soon as she met everything, approval started to come from out the woodwork, like back to back, boom, 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 like back to back. Like she got almost $15,000 in like 3 weeks after she met all the guidelines. All right. So remember, I teach underwriting guidelines. So I said all of that to say that when it comes to holding companies, that's a big interlude for me explaining why I teach holding companies. Because if you have a real estate company, all right, if you have a real estate company and you want to flip real estate and you want to sell real estate, you want to buy real estate and you want to build business credit for it, you will be red flagged because of the mortgage meltdown. If you guys have ever seen, let me do a temperature check because I'm doing a lot of talking. Even if you're watching this on Facebook, I want you to interact with me. Let me know. I come back and I communicate with you as well. Even though you're watching this on the replay, I still interact with the comments. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Big Short? So if you've ever seen the movie The Big Short, I want you to say seen it. If you've never seen the movie Big Short, I want you to say never have. And I want you to participate with me. Even if you're watching on Facebook and you're watching the replay, I want you to make that mind muscle connection with me. So if you've ever seen the movie Big Short, I want you to say seen it. If you've never seen the movie Big Short, I want you to say never have, okay? Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. But I'm live on YouTube right now. People messaging me. All right. So thank you for participating. So Timothy says seen it. Mikey Mike says never have. 21 Mache says never have. Brandon Harrison says never have. Farood says seen it. All right. Mansa says seen it with a lot of exclamation marks. Joshua C says never have. Jamila Freeman says never have. Alan says never have. Desmond says never have. Roderick Sharp, never have. Happened to be a client of mine. John Roderick says never have. Princess Wesley says never have. Okay. So the movie The Big Short is a great, great movie. You must watch the movie. It is a great reenactment of what happened with the mortgage meltdown. And they shorted the bonds and end up making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for it because they saw it. The Big Short is a great movie to watch. Well, because of that, banks don't want to do business with people who are real estate investors. I started flipping real estate when I was 20. I bought my first piece of real estate when I was 20 years old. The game changed completely. Game changed a whole bunch. But this is a long-winded explanation of me explaining a holding company. So I teach holding companies because when you build a holding company and you do it the proper way, you can get business credit, let's say $100,000, to do whatever you want to do with. This is the thing that people fail to realize. As long as it's legal, if you want to buy $100,000 worth of Gatorade, or if you want to buy two big face Rolex watches for $100,000, or you want to buy $100,000 worth of cigars. This is where I keep my change right now. But $100,000 worth of cigars, or if you want to buy $100,000 of champagne, you can buy whatever you want to buy with your $100,000 in business credit when you have a holding company. It's a lot less red flags that you have to deal with, a lot less hoops you have to jump through, okay? Now, what happened is that a lot of times people say, oh, I want to be Sean James Realty. And then they're not a real estate agent, but they just want to be Sean James Real Estate Investments and can't get funding to save their life and don't know why. And then they say, banks don't want to lend to me. It's because I'm black, or it's because I'm white, or it's because I'm gay, or because I'm straight, or it's because I live in the South. No, it's because your business isn't set up the proper way. And so that's how I teach what I teach as a consulting firm. Is the reason why I was so very successful. So that was a long, drawn out explanation of why I teach holding companies versus just flipping real estate. All of you guys who are very, 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 very observant has noticed some things have changed recently when it comes to my surroundings and whatnot. There's a video dropping tomorrow. Watch that video tomorrow. It's a vlog. It's a CEO lifestyle vlog. All I can say is watch that video tomorrow, and then I'll be able to talk a little bit more. Like I said, I'm backed up. I got so much good stuff to drop. I hadn't been able to drop nothing, but I'm good. I'm able to drop a lot of stuff right now, so I will be catching up. So I'm excited. So if you guys understand, let's do a temperature check. If you understand that as long as you have a legitimate business, you can use your money to buy anything you want. If you understand, I want you to say, got it. If you don't understand, I want you to say, I don't got it. Real simple. If you got it, I want you to say, got it. If you don't understand, I want you to say, I don't got it. The reason why I do this is because I get questions like that all the time. People will say, yeah, I got an online store. Can I do this and that and the third? Or people will say, holding company. Can I do this and that and the third? Or people will say, can I get business credit to go and buy armchairs? Or can I get business credit to go and get software? You can get business credit for any and everything you want to. I don't know where the self-limiting belief has come in at to think that you can't. I think the mistake is that people think because it's hard to get business credit, people think it's hard to get business credit. They don't know how to build it. They don't know where to go to get it. Because of that, they think that you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. All right, so let's see all the particular people that are participating. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for participating. Even if you're watching this on Facebook and you're watching on the replay. If you're watching this on Facebook, I want you to tap the laughy face for me 5 times. And like I said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to watch this. So I want you to tap the laughy face for me 5 times if you got it, if you understand me and you're watching this on Facebook and you're watching on the replay. So let's see. Jamila Freeman gave me the green checks, which looks like it's a white check on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. Got it. John Roderick says, got it. Keita says, got it. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody says, got it. Brandon says, got it. Awesome. 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 Got it. That's good stuff. Awesome. 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 Now, Princess just asked a question, says, what about if you're a nonprofit organization? Princess, that's a very good question. Very, very good question. The mistake that most people make is they think that nonprofit means that you don't get paid money. That is a miscalculated assumption. The average executive director for a nonprofit makes around $100,000 to $150,000 a year as a nonprofit. Okay. Now, most times in the African American community, and I would assume, Princess, that you are a Black queen based on your profile. I'm trying to see you, trying to see you. I'm trying to go to, trying to look. I'm trying to look and see. You know, I see you standing to the side, Princess, with the black dress on. So I would assume, based on what I'm seeing, is that you are a Black queen. And in the African American culture, when we think of nonprofit, a lot of times we think about churches and we think about religious organizations that beg, borrow, and sometimes steal, and it irritates the Black off my back. There's no reason why a church needs to be begging and borrowing or stealing or fleecing the congregation. It's because people perish for lack of knowledge, okay? So the mistake that most people make is they think nonprofit means that, that you don't make money. That's not true. That means that you don't make profit, okay? Hear me, all right? At the end of the year, let's say, for instance, if you have a nonprofit organization and you have $1 million coming in, that means that you need to have $1 million coming out. That means that all of your money needs to be accounted for. Fellas, it's so important. When I'm going to do my child support video, I'm going to teach it, and I'm not going to teach it on YouTube. I'm going to teach it on Facebook, and because I need for this thing to go as viral as possible. And I'm going to teach it on Facebook, and I'm going to need every last one of you guys to tag a man, to share it to a man, to teach them to anybody that is either on child support. If a woman is married to a man or she's dating a man and he is struggling with child support, I'm going to teach this next. I'm going to teach it. I'm going on a cruise, the business and pleasure cruise. I'm excited about that. It is a intimate mastermind. There's 6 of us that are going on the business and pleasure cruise. So I'm excited about that. I can't do it then. When I get back, then I'm going to teach it. But anyway, when you are a corporation or you're a limited liability corporation, or specifically when you're a corporation, you can have $10 million. Let me be more realistic. You can have $10,000 sitting into your business account. Okay. But if in your bylaws it says that your salary is $750 a month or $750 a week, regardless of what that money says, that is what your salary is. Okay. When we talk about a nonprofit, you can't have that $10,000 in the bank. It needs to go for something. Okay. It needs to go for something. All right. So I said all of that to say this. In order for a nonprofit organization to get grants, is what most people want, you have to show that you are a viable business. Hear me, right? So I said that Princess looked like she was a beautiful black queen with the black dress on, standing to the side, got the side silhouette going. You did what I'm saying? And most black queens, just going down this line, when they talk about nonprofit, a lot of time goes back to the churches. Most churches are not set up the right way, so they can't get no money. So people think that you can't get money, but that's incorrect. What happens is that when you're set up the proper way and you show that you are a viable business, that when Coca-Cola, Chick-fil-A, Toyota, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, who else is a good? Levi's jeans. When they give you, Wells Fargo, when they give you this money, they want to make sure that when they give you this money, you're not going to turn around and run off with it. They want to make sure you ain't going to go ahead and that you're not going to turn around and smoke it up. They're going to make sure that if they give this to you, that you're not going to go out of business, because they're not going to give you a hand out. They're looking to give you a hand up. Okay. That's very important when it comes to nonprofits. Now, I have a course that is going to come out April at the latest is my deadline, April 1st. April 1st, 501c3 coaching will be out. And the 501c3 coaching is going to teach you how to structure your business, become a viable business, and how to get your first grant within 12 months, okay? That's going to come out April 1st. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it comes out. March 1st is when the executive coaching is there. So now that I'm tightening up the executive coaching and the mentorship program, that's when we're going to go into the 501c3 coaching, okay? So I said all of that to say this. You need business credit as a nonprofit, okay? As a nonprofit organization, you need business credit because you're not going to get a grant most of the time unless you do what I'm going to teach in this course. You're not going to get a grant. This is the thing that people don't realize. Most grantors aren't going to give you a grant unless you've been in business for 12 months. So here's a caveat. Well, Dean, how can I be in business for 12 months if I ain't got no money? Stop begging for money and build money. Okay? Stop looking for a handout. Build your business credit. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, as long as you are a legitimate business, you're able to build business credit to achieve what it is that you want. If you are a minister, if you're in ministry, if you are an evangelist, if you're children, or if you are veterans or homeless, whatever it is, build your business, build business credit, get some lines of credit, get some accounts, get some vendor accounts so that you can show that you are a viable business. And then once you show that you're a viable business, then you get on the receiving end of the grants. And every year, let's say the first year you might get 15,000. Then the second year you might get 110,000. Then the third year you might get 300,000. That's how it goes, and that's how it works. And so that's why a lot of times when you have a nonprofit, they want to get what's called general operating grants, because when you do a general operating grant, you can get that money and use it for whatever you want in your business. But if you are a nonprofit and you get a grant for food, you have to use that grant specifically for food and beverage. You can't use it for computers. You can't use it for salary. It must be specifically for food and beverage. And that's why I'm going to teach in the 501c3 coaching how you can go after certain grants that are good for startup 501c3s, that are good for startup nonprofits. But you got to be smart about it. You cannot mess up this money, because if you the number one best-selling book of all time says that if you're faithful over that which is small, you become ruler over that which is much. So I will show you and give you the plan on how you're able to map out your first 12 months by using key grants that are given to startups so that your next year you can start applying and then go on and go on. All right. So I hope that made sense to you guys. So, and I know Miss Princess, the only person I want to hear from right now is Princess Wesley. So, Princess, if you got it and you understand, I want you to say, got it, Princess, specifically with that black dress on. If you got it, Princess, I want you to say, got it. All right. All right. So, Farad says you had to do that this week. What was it that you had to do this week, Farad? LS Powers is in the building, happens to be a client of mine. LS Powers is in the building. All right, so you guys are talking amongst each others. Okay, awesome. All right, so Brandon asked the question. So Princess says, got it. Okay, awesome. You're very welcome, Princess. So Brandon Harrison says, what is the best category of business that generally receives the most amount of business credit? Brandon, that's a very good question. There is not one. There is not one. It is one that are red flags, and I can tell you the red flag businesses that makes it more difficult. It doesn't mean that you won't get funding. It just means that they're going to take you through the ringer, or they're going to look at you. They're going to examine you. They're going to, make sure every T is crossed, every I is dotted. That's the. It's not one that's going to generally give you the most. But the ones that are difficult to get business credit for, number one, real estate investing. Number two is the transportation industry. When you put transportation in your name and in your SIC code, that's one. The third one is the adult industry. So even though the porn industry is $1 billion industry with these sex dolls and all these other things going on, great industry to be in, but that is a high risk industry. The adult entertainment industry. Another high risk industry is investment companies, investment firms. So if you have an investment company where you say, for instance, you trade Forex full time, or you a stockbroker or those type of things, that those go out of business fairly easy. Those are very high risk. Surprisingly enough, the restaurant business is a great business to get business credit for. They just kind of have so many different categories and loopholes. Even though it's not considered a high risk industry, it is a high turnover industry. But I think that's the best way I can answer your question, Brendan. That's a very good question. And if you're watching this on the replay, you was like, Dean, I didn't know you were live. Or Dean, how come I can't answer your questions live? How come I can only see the questions right here, but my questions ain't popping up? Is because you did not, two things. Thing number one, you've either seen my videos before, but you have not subscribed. Okay. So you have to subscribe. And then thing number two is that you have to hit the bell. So just because you subscribe doesn't mean that you did not hit that notification bell. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're watching this on Facebook, like I said, there's a link right up there that will bring you to my YouTube channel. So the next time I'm live, I can answer your question live. Okay. So these are some pretty good questions, guys. Thank you so much for participating. All right, so let's do a temperature check. All right, so we have 59 people watching and we only have 20 thumbs up. The devil is a lie. We're not going to move until we have at least 50 thumbs up. I've got about 10 haters. I got about 9 haters. I can do that. We're not going to answer no more questions until these thumbs up match the people that's watching live. So I appreciate you, Midnight Marauders, watching with me, but we have 63. Oh yeah, we ain't moving till we get. We ain't playing them games. The devil is a lie. We ain't moving unless you get the thumbs up going. So that's how that go. Y'all can sit and look at me. Not until y'all get some likes going. I ain't gonna be pouring out all this great information for you to just to look at me and just not share it with the world, especially because I'm just sowing it into you and I'm just giving you this information for free. And you have the nerve, the audacity, and the mitigated gall to be selfish and not like it and not share this. I need 60 people to like this, and I need 60 shares. And I can see, as you can see, I'm watching. All right. So I want you to let me know where you shared this, okay? I want you to hit that like button, and I want you to let me know where you shared this, okay? So tell me where you shared it. So if you say I shared it to my cousin, I texted it to my cousin, or I shared it on Facebook, or I shared it on Twitter, let me know where you shared it, okay? Because I'll be looking. I'll be looking. All right. So let's see. And if you're watching me for the first time, I want you to say, and let's do a temperature check. So, and I want to show you guys the reason why this is important. So, when we first started, it was midnight. I mean, like it was 2 in the morning. 10 people watched it, but now we have over 60 people because YouTube is drawing more people in, and you guys are sharing. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys right now. I know right now there's at least 2 or 3 people that are watching me for the first time that have never watched me before. So if you're watching right now for the first time and you've never seen me before, I want you to say first time. Okay? First time. If you've never seen me before, you don't know who I am, I want you to say first time. I want to show you guys the power of being able to sow the seed of motivation into other people's lives. All right. So to Miss Have says to Miss Shay 21. I just say 21 Savage in my mind. 21. 21 said you share it to your mom. All right. Money Mike says share it to Twitter. Thank you so much for that, Money Mike. All right, Roger Sarp is telling everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much for that, Roger. Matter of fact, Roger, I'm about to make you a moderator. At moderator. Bam, Roderick, you got a wrench now. So if you see some trolls, Roderick, jump on it and get the trolls out of there. I appreciate that. Christopher says, hit the like button. Thank you so much for that, Christopher. Bishop Blueprint is in the building. Hey, Bishop, how you doing today? My man, share it to your girlfriend. Awesome, Bishop. That's good stuff. Crossroads, get in the class is worth it. Just sent a text to your OG. Thank you for that, Crossroads. I appreciate that. Let's see. So there we go. Princess Wesley says first time. So Princess Wesley, this is her first time seeing me in that black dress. And I just gave her all of that wonderful truth to power about nonprofits. So prime example. Awesome job. Princess Wesley, first time watching me. Awesome, Princess. Thank you so much for participating, Princess. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so the next time I'm live, you can be live. All right, Crossroads says he's a student. Join up, y'all. Good stuff. All right, Keith Bone says, what is the current tax situation? Is it better to do a LLC or an S Corp? This would be for a trucking company. Keith, that's a very good question. And then after that, I see Keith Smith ask another good question. All right, so in the trucking industry, I get asked this question a lot. And I get a lot of times people don't know. That's cool. People perish for lack of knowledge. I have a course. I have a course called Executive Coaching. Executive Coaching launches March 1st. Okay, starting tomorrow. Okay, starting tomorrow, you will be able to register for Executive Coaching. All right. Right now, I have a course that's called the Startup Coaching that you can participate and join right now, like Crossroads is talking about. Startup Coaching is going to teach you everything you need from start to finish on how you're able to build and grow and start a business. Startup Coaching. Executive Coaching is geared towards individuals that are already in business, that already might have some things established, and they just cannot get to the next level. They can't get funding. This is geared more towards mentorship, not to teach you how to be a business consultant, not to teach you how to do credit repair, but to mentor you in your development for your business. In the executive coaching, I teach about the most powerful business entity there is, which is called the Hybrid Llc. So the Hybrid Llc gives you what's called limited liability. And that's the reason why I say that this is very important. God forbid. What most people don't realize is that the trucking industry is a very lucrative industry. I love the trucking industry. I get money from the trucking industry. And it is one of the most dangerous jobs and most dangerous professions you can have. My hat goes out. People say, Dean, how you own a trucking company or how you own trucks and you don't drive? I don't own trucks. I don't drive trucks. I write checks, baby. Don't worry about that. So for the individuals that I do partner with that do drive, my heart goes out to them tremendously because it's very, very dangerous. You see an 18-wheeler all the time. People, the lingo, you'll see a 4-wheeler try to cross in front of somebody that's riding heavy in a low boy or something stupid like that. Like just dumb. Just dumb. And so they have to slam on the brakes. They got this low boy behind them riding super heavy. And then the low boy, let's say for instance, they might have like a contract with the government. So in the low boy, they got 2 tanks. So now and I'm talking trucker lingo to my truckers. If you ain't a trucker, you ain't gonna get it. So they gotta slam on their brakes, all of this stuff, so that they don't crush this 4-wheeler. All right. I said all of that to say this. It's hard to tell my truckers not to be LLCs. Okay. A LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. I say Limited Liability Corporation because I teach the Hybrid Llc. Okay. Now hear me out. A limited liability company. Those words mean things. So God forbid you might have a reefer. Probably say for instance, you got a load from Walmart, you got a reefer, and let's say for instance, you riding, and let's say you got a Pete. You got a Pete with a cat engine and you just riding heavy and you got the reefer in the back of you and you just going, ain't no tolls nowhere around. You got to worry about DOT, you riding. And let's say, God forbid, a deer comes out of nowhere. And now you slam on the brakes. After you slam on the brakes, then God forbid, you go over into an embankment. Then the reefer explodes, and there's chickens all on the expressway. And here come 8 cars and pile all the way up, and boom, 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 boom. All 8 of the cars get into an accident. So God forbid that happens to you as a trucker. You are liable. If you're not limited liability, you are liable for all of that damage, all 8 of those trucks, all 8 lawsuits, they all coming. When you have limited liability, that means that you're protected under the shield, under your corporate veil, and you are protected under the laws and the guise of entrepreneurship when you have a limited liability, okay? But if you are a regular corporation, yes, when you're a regular corporation, you can get tax credits. Almost everything that you do is a tax write-off. But at the same time, God forbid that situation happens, so you kind of effed out the game. That's the reason why the best thing for you to do is to have a hybrid LLC. What a hybrid LLC is, it's they call it a SLLC, where you have the tax shelters of an S corporation, but you have the liability with the limited liability corporation. And there are 2 separate steps. There's like 2 extra steps you have to do in order to become a hybrid LLC. So that is the best one for tax purposes, corporation all day long. For child support, corporation all day long. Fellas, I'm gonna do a video specifically for you. But when you have a dangerous job, like even if you are a caterer, like for instance, my cousin makes some of the best muffins. They call it love muffins. These are the cupcakes like this big, and they're like my grandmama cooked them. Like Markeisha makes some phenomenal cupcakes. But God forbid if Markeisha was to go to a networking event and she makes this hazelnut cupcake, she has the sign out that says, "Hey, nut allergy, stay away." But some idiot who not paying attention, instead trying to get old girl phone number, he gets it and eats it. She's liable if she's a sole proprietor or she's a corporation. When you have high risk, you need to have a limited liability. And sometimes it's hard, depending, like you got to pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I answered your question. And yes, I'm long-winded because I hadn't been live in a long time. And if you're like, Dean, why are you so long-winded? You want to know why? Because I enjoy empowering my people. Why are you watching so long? Well, I ain't gonna watch your videos. Okay, do me a huge favor. Hit the thumbs down button and leave. Don't come back. You hear? So I just answered that question, and I didn't even check to see if we had hit our mark yet. 45. See, y'all got me. We were supposed to have 60, and y'all got me because I got excited. See, that's some foolishness. I need for y'all to hit that like button. I need for you guys to hit the like button and also share. But that was a very good question, though. Very, very good question. All right. Ooh, Alan just asked a very good question. Island truckers in the building. Wagwan Island truck. Everything Chris and proper. Island boy. I'm going back a yard next week. Going to Ocho Rios and Grand Cayman. Hey, Nikith Phillips is in the building. Hey, Nikith, how are you doing? Fresh Air Brown is in the building. What's going on? Client of mine. Hey, Fresh Air Brown, how are you doing today? Hey, just joined the room. Thanks so much. Hey, when you come in, hit the like button and hit that share button. Fresh Air Brown. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Rob says, I'm an asset truck driver. So you got your hazards. You got all that hazmat going. It's very dangerous. Yes, extremely dangerous, Rob. All right. I see a question that somebody asked. It's a very good question. So John C says, this is John C's first time watching me. Thank you so much for watching, John. I hope you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. All right. So I want to answer. Oh my goodness. Keith says, you want to know how to get in contact with me? The best way for you to get in contact with me, Keith, is to schedule a one-on-one consultation. I charge $150 an hour. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me, Keith, call the office line tomorrow. Check my availability. It's $150 an hour for a consultation. You don't have to pay $250 for 10 minutes. It's $150 an hour. If you're not a client, that's the best way to get in contact with me, Keith. I am a CEO in real life, and I consult businesses, and now I'm about to get into the mentorship side. So it is what it is. Man, I see some real good questions. Hold on for a second. I see some real good questions. So Alan, is that Alan? Yeah, Alan Dent says, can I position myself with business credit to purchase a 7-Eleven? That's a very good question, Alan. Yes, you can. My question, Alan, is how much does it cost for a 7-Eleven? I don't know, so let's find out. And you need to see what the requirements are to purchase a 7-Eleven. Let's find out. I don't know. There was a young lady that was enrolled into the course, and she specialized in franchises. I was going to come out with something called franchise coaching that teaches this very thing right here, because there are a couple of franchises I do know the answers to off the top of my head. You'll be surprised. But how much to buy into a 7-Eleven? I was dating a young lady that we were building out her franchise. She was doing a franchise of a lash company. Okay. It says the initial investment included on a one-time initial franchise ranges from $100,000 to $1 million. So depending on where you are, so I would assume it's going to be around $100,000. This it says. It says, however, the actual fees depend on the store you selected. Down payment on the store's inventory. I'm sorry, guys. This is live. My sinuses just started acting up. Jeez. Forgive me. If you want to see edited videos that are polished and prim and got some good edits and shots, Look at my vlogs. I have a vlog dropping tomorrow. Woo! My sinuses started acting up. So to answer your question, yes. So there are two ways you can do it. Thing number one, you can get $100,000. You can pay. Thing number two, you can get financing. Most franchises allow you to finance if you do the down payment. So let's say, for instance, the down payment is $30,000. That's two credit cards. I just showed someone drop $15,000 on a credit card. I mean, you can get $75,000 credit card. A credit card, you can do whatever you want to do with. You can swipe it and do whatever you want to do with. You can swipe it as cash, or you can use it to buy the world. You can use it to buy glass ornaments. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, business credit, you can do whatever. You guys remember the first question, and you might have come in after I asked that question. Remember, as long as it's a legitimate business, you can use business credit for anything, okay? For anything. It's a very good question. Very, very good question. All right, let's see. Someone said that they were paying on a car. So these are a lot of questions about business. So now let's go to personal. So who was that has that question about personal? All right. Boom, 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 boom. That was who asked that question? All right, so Desmond Carter says, Dean, I've been paying on a car for a year now. On-time payments, and my credit did not move. Why is that? Desmond, that's a very good question. So Desmond, there are 5 factors, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 factors that make up your FICO. FICO is an acronym. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm telling you, this is live. My sinus is acting up. So FICO is an acronym which stands for Fair Isaac and Company. All right. Fair Isaac and Company created this. Here's a big word: quantitative algorithm, fancy word for the algebraic equation that makes up your credit score. All right. There are 5 factors that go into that quantitative algorithm. The number one thing that goes into that quantitative algorithm is your payment history. All right. So your payment history is the thing that makes up 35% of your score. So if you're able to change your payment history, then it's going to affect your score the most. All right. So your payment history, what's in the back, and then also what you're currently paying right now. So 2 things. All right. First thing is, well, 3 things. Thing number 1, how do you know your scores have not moved? Okay. Have you pulled a copy of your credit report? And I don't mean Credit Karma. Credit Karma is cool, but if you're really serious, go to Credit Check Total. All right. Credit Check Total, they have this like 10-day trial that's $1. All right. After $1 is $30 a month. You don't have to spend the $30 a month if you're sharp enough and fast enough to cancel within that 10-day window. You can get a full tri-merge so you can see exactly what's on your credit report. So that's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is who you're paying your car to. Do they report to the credit bureaus? And if they do report to the credit bureaus, how often do they report? Do they report monthly or do they report quarterly? Every business does not report to the credit bureaus. We as a consulting firm went through 9 grueling months. 9 grueling months to be approved to be able to report our payments to the credit bureaus. And because of a change that I'll be talking about tomorrow, we had to pause on the process. You know what I'm saying? And as a consultant, and we have, let me tell you how many clients we got today, because today we got 3 new clients. Let me tell you how many clients we have. And I can tell you how many people we're supposed to be reporting for, and they still give us the runaround. Part of me is wondering, is it because of this side of the family, not that side? Like I said, I ain't gonna go into that, but 774 clients. There are 774 clients. Let's see if you guys can see this today. Boom, there we go. Look at the crack in my phone. I'm gonna get a new phone for my birthday. I've just been so busy. Let's see if you guys can see this. Zoom. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. See that 774? That's the one right there. 774. They enrolled today. Our 774th client today. See if it can do it better like this. Yep. There we go. That's a little better. Enroll. There you go. Anyway, nevertheless, 774 client. She enrolled Thursday. Today is Friday because it's 2 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. But with 774 clients, they still, make it difficult for us to report because we're going through the whole process as well as the whole situation that happened with Equifax. So to answer your question, you need to know, one, do they report? And if they report, do they report monthly or do they report quarterly? Because you don't have to report to the credit bureaus. It's not a law that says you have to. That's thing number one. Thing number two is what else is on your credit? That is, do you have recent negatives? Because if you have recent negatives, then that is going to overpower what you got going on. So that is the quick answer to that, Desmond. I hope that answered your question. That's all the scenarios. Let's see. You guys are asking some great questions. If you are watching this and you're enjoying this, let me know. If you guys are enjoying this, if you're enjoying the content, if you like it, let me know if you like it. If you like it, let me see. Let me know. Let me see. Let me know if you like it. AliExpress is in the building. What's going on, AliExpress? How are you doing today? What's going on, AliExpress? All right. All right. So Few says I got approved for $2,500. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Farood. Good stuff, Farood. That's a very good question. Farood, you want me to check your website? That's not something I will do here. That's something that I will do in the executive coaching, but I won't do that here, Farood. Yard Nice Island Trucker. Yes, Yard Nice. Big up. We got Nikita Phillips checking in. Hey, Nikita, how are you doing? Let's see if I missed some questions. If y'all ain't got no more questions, I'm good stuff. Roderick says he likes it. Appreciate that. Princess says she likes it. Thank you so much. Bishop says Bishop likes it. Bishop asked a question. What was that question I saw Bishop Blueprint ask? There it is. It says, can you help someone who knows how to get off child support build a business in specifically getting people off child support? Bishop Blueprint, that's a very good question. The only way you're going to be able to get off child support is two ways. Way number one is if your baby mama take you off child support. She ain't got to put you on child support. That's way number one. Way number two, you get full custody of your child, but your arrearages, you're still going to have to pay. It is what it is. I can show you, like in the video, I'm going to talk about how you can protect yourself. In the video that I'm going to talk about when I get back from the cruise, I'll go into the ins and outs and ins on how you can really protect yourself. But as far as quote unquote getting off, ain't no getting off of child support. And I'm not saying that this is you, Bishop Blueprint, or somebody or the guy that you know, but me teaching this isn't to try to help someone be a deadbeat. It's to try to help the stand-up guys not get raped so hard or railroaded. You dig what I'm saying? Because the system is designed against us. It is what it is. But this video isn't for that. I'm going to do a video specifically for that, geared specifically for that topic. And we're going to talk. And I'm going to be 10 toes down. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to speak truth to power. It's going to make some people feel uncomfortable. It's going to make some people feel inspired. It's going to change some lives. I know it. I see it. I feel it. I'm going to get a lot of heat from it. And I'm also going to get a lot of praise from it. I already know it is what it is. I'm going to do something specifically set aside for that. But to answer your question, Bishop, yes. Any man that has a child, they got a baby mama, needs to be their own boss. If you are working for somebody else, you getting the short end of the stick and you getting raped hard and heavy, baby. Then they doing it with no Vaseline. I'm talking about they raping you hard, sticking your finger in your mouth while they pounding you hard. I'm talking about all types of stuff. I'm talking about while they giving it to you rough, they put their foot on your neck at the same time. I'm talking about some how you like that. I'm talking about it's not nice at all. It's not nice at all. So that being said, you need to own a business, all right? So on personal credit, just because you owe child support does not mean that it is negatively affecting your credit. Fear, false expectations appearing real keeps the black man down tremendously. Black men as a whole, not every individual black man, but black men as a whole, the totality of black men are depressed. We walk around being depressed, but we're not manic depressive. We're not suicidal, but it is a walking functional depression that most black men deal with. The amount of fear and the amount of disdain that mainstream America pushes into us, the type of intimidation that we see, that type of fear causes a lot of men to not be their best, and it causes a lot of men to not perform at their best, not do what they should do. So I said all of that to say that most men think that just because they owe child support that it's on their credit report. It's not. And most men think that just because child support is on your credit report means it's the end of the world. It is not. Okay? You can actually get proper pay. You can get good payments, and you can get good payments, and you can get good payment history, and it's not an end all be all. What happens is that having child support on your credit report is just like having an eviction. I know people that got 30 evictions, they still getting apartments. Got 30, this is gonna be my 32nd eviction too. You know what I'm saying? It happens because what it is, it's a public record. And so you're going to have to know how to navigate that. Now, if you got yourself in a situation and your child support is public and it's not private, because my child support is private. And what I mean by that is private between my ex-wife and I. I didn't go through that system. And I set myself up on child support. And I'm going to talk about that in the video that's completely separate. But what you need to do is you need to build your business credit that is 100% separate from your personal credit. Now, in the beginning of this video, I think the first question somebody asked me was about a box truck. This is a brand new startup business, okay? Brand new startup business. He said he wanted to get a box truck as fast as possible. The advice I gave him was to go the PG route, which stands for personal guarantee. That's the fastest, but it's not the only way, okay? You can get there by taking the stairs, or you can get there by taking the elevator. Taking the elevator is a personal guarantor. Taking the stairs is building business credit separate from your personal credit. If you understand that, I want you to say, got it. All right. This is very important. I'm doing a temperature check. Even if you're watching this on Facebook and you're watching the replay and you're like, Dean, I can't believe it. Yes, it's a very, very long video. Hey, I told you what it was before we got too far into it. And you see how long the video is right there, right there. So stop whining. You clicked on it. And the third thing is there's this really cool tool that's called Fast Forward that allows you to fast forward past stuff. But so anyway, Nevertheless, I want to make sure we do a temperature check on this. So if you're watching this on the replay, I want you guys to chime in, okay? Let's see where we at. All right. All right, so AliExpress says got it. Thank you for participating. Princess says got it. 21 Savage says got it. Farood says got it. Keith says got it. Damon says got it. Demora says got it. Awesome. Roderick says got it. All right, Sirius Phoenix says, how can I reach me? The way that you can reach me, Sirius Phoenix, is do a one-on-one consultation. I charge $150 an hour to do a one-on-one consultation. If you're not a client and you're not enrolled into the executive coaching. When you're enrolled into the executive coaching, then you get free 15-minute consultations. But you have to, not everyone can enroll into the executive coaching. Registration will open up tomorrow. I'm gonna do a separate video tomorrow about the registration for that. All right. But I charge $150 an hour. If you want to book time with me, there is a link in the description of this video that'll take you to my website. Call up, see my availability on my calendar, and we'll schedule it. We'll do it like that. All right, so got it. Okay, awesome. Roderick says got it. Bishop says got it. Money Mike says got it. Okay, awesome. Island Boy says got it. Big up yourself. Appreciate you. So got it. Cool. Awesome. So I said all of that to say that we were talking about, oh man, my mind went all over the place. Because I answered that question about the consultation. We was talking about child support. We was talking about building business credit separate from your personal credit, elevator versus the stairs. Boom. So you guys got it. Not every person wants to do a personal guarantee. Not every person has to do a personal guarantee. There is this cool marketing strategy that's going on, and it works extremely well. I use it myself, is that you can build business credit separate from your personal credit, which you can. You absolutely 100% can. At the same time, if you did invest in your personal credit, then it's a lot faster, and it is what it is. It's a lot faster, but it still does not stop you. You can have bankruptcy and build business credit. Look at your president. Look at y'all president, Donald Bartholomew Trump. He done filed bankruptcy. I'm just gonna throw a number out there. I think I don't want to give out fake news, but I know that it's been more than 7 times. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. So I can't remember the statistic right now. However, what happens is that his business will file bankruptcy, not him, the person. And because they're separate, most people cannot understand that when you build a business, it is a separate entity. It's separate. It's not the same. It's just like having a twin brother. Y'all might look alike. Y'all might sound alike. Y'all might live in the same household, but y'all are 2 separate. Just like Law and Order. Law and Order says that they're separate yet equal parts. You know, it's separate in equal parts. So it's separate. All right. So Bishop, yes, if your person wants to build a business, yes, they need to go through my course. They need to go through the startup coaching. Because the startup coaching teaches you specifically how to build business credit that's separate from your personal credit. The executive coaching is more mentorship, more advanced. That has a lot of personal PG stuff. And it has a lot. You're guaranteed $100,000 through the executive coaching. But you can still do the executive coaching without doing a PG. I'm just saying, you have options, So let's see. And I think I'm going to go for another 20 minutes. How long have I been live now? Let me check to see. I just wanted to get my feet back wet again. Okay, an hour and 20 minutes. That's not bad. I got an hour and 20 minutes. That's not bad. All right. Carter says, got it. All right, so he says, I'm debating a PG or business credit, but I'm going to do the smart way, long way, take the stairs. Yes, Carter. You can definitely do that to protect yourself. That's very good stuff. Rob says, how can I find out more about Hybrid LLC? Rob, that's a very good question. The way that you can find out more about Hybrid LLCs are two ways. One, you can enroll into the executive coaching if you qualify to enroll into the executive coaching. If you qualify, only if you qualify, then you can do that and I can walk you through the process. If not, then what you want to do is you want to contact the IRS and you want to go to irs.gov and you want to type in Hybrid LLC. And it talks about that. If you want to hire an attorney to do that, you could hire an attorney to do that. That I think is going to be like 2 racks, or you could probably find someone to do it cheaper. But those are the ways that you can find out more about a Hybrid LLC. That's a very good question. AliExpress says my live chats are addictive. Thank you so much, AliExpress. I appreciate you, sir. Make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm back. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with a jump off, Alex. AliExpress. I appreciate you, sir. I'm glad that you find value in it. And I think the reason why it's addictive is because it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? I'm a genuine type of guy. I appreciate that. So Bishop Blueprint says, what is my course called? The Power of Using Other People's Money being released. Bishop, that's a very good question. The Power of Other People's Money is going to be an add-on to the executive coaching. All right. So in the startup coaching, all right, startup coaching is what you get. The free gift that you get is the 720 FICO. Teaches you how to build and restore your personal credit. You get that for free. All right. The executive coaching, what you get for free with the executive coaching is the power of other people's money. That's the free gift that you get for that. The 501c3 coaching. The 501c3 coaching is what you're going to pay for. The free gift that you get with the 501c3 coaching is going to be the government contracting course. So you see what I'm saying? So every course has something that you get for free. So the power of other people's money is going to be released as the free gift when you get the executive coaching. Bishop, very good question. You guys have any other questions for me? All right, so Farouk says, lesson to people, don't open a business account at the same time, at the same bank you bank at personally. That's very cool. Depending on which banking institution, some banking institutions have issues with it, but that's a cool tactic. But I have, at one of the banks, I have both. It's not the end all be all, but it's really cool. But that could work. Alex Express says, I'm glad I'm back. I appreciate you for that, Alex. Thank you so much for that. So Princess Wesley says, is it true that you can get an American Express card using your EIN number instead of your social security number? Yes, Princess, that is true when you have a business. It's not like you can just turn around and get an EIN number and then get a American Express. American Express is the creme de la creme. Okay, that's the cream of the crop. That's the top. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to get, when you use your EIN, you're going to have to get something called vendor credit. Okay, vendor credit are things like Home Depot. No. Home Depot is middle. Vendor credit are net 30 accounts, Princess. And these are starter accounts. You're going to get things like Office Max, Staples. You're going to get things like this company called Seton, this company called Bags and Bows. They don't report anymore. You're going to get something like HD Supply Works. You know, there are certain vendors you have to go to first before they're going to establish you with just your EIN. That's step number 1. After you do that and you meet some criteria, then you're going to get store cards. So I had a client today got approved for $44,400, and they're going to send the approval over to me in their business name for Dillard's. So they got approved for $4,400 in business credit for Dillard's. You can use business credit for whatever you want. Listen, clothing is a business expense. You can get office supplies at Dillard's. You know what I'm saying? You know, in order for me to smell good, if I'm teaching and I'm closing a deal, it's a business expense. I recently just went through all of this, which is why, fellas, if you're on child support, you gotta watch this video that's coming out. But nevertheless, business expense, okay? So that being said, once you get the Dillard account and you show that with the Dillard account, just prime example, Dillard's, Macy's, Kohl's, all of these stores that you normally go to, businesses shop there too. And you can, once you do that and you have consistent payment history and your profile looks like a good legitimate business, boom, you get an Amex. You can get there, okay? But there's certain, I'm not going to teach it in great detail tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning, Princess. If you really are serious and you really want to know, enroll into my startup coaching, all right? That breaks everything down. But tonight, that's just the answer. So yes, the answer is yes, you can do that. And I want to answer 2 more questions and I'm out. So AliExpress says I have a cyber office. So Alex Express is not a cyber office. It's called a virtual office. Okay, that's the proper term. So Alex Express says I have a cyber office, which means I have a virtual office in New Jersey. How do I use it to sync my LLC address? My LLC address has my home address as my business address. Okay, Alex. That's a very good question. Alex Express. What the mistake that most people do is they'll pick up the phone and they'll call the Secretary of State and they'll do an update. If you call the Secretary of State and do an update, that doesn't change it, okay? What you're going to have to do, Alex, is you're going to have to do an amendment, all right? You're able to amend your LLC or your business anytime you want to. The difference is that there's a form that you're going to have to fill out, and the filing fee is around $25. All right. Once you fill out the form, and you can go to the New Jersey Secretary of State and fill out the form, print out the form, and sometimes that might let you do it electronically. Okay. Once you fill out the form to update, you're going to do an amendment so that you can update. And what you're going to do is now this is very important, Alex. Most people make the mistake of this. You're going to have your virtual office, not your cyber office. You're going to have your virtual office as your primary address. And when it asks what is your registered agent, you're going to put your name. I'm just going to say Alex Express because I don't know your last name, Alex. And then they're going to ask your address. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. They're going to put their home address there, and they're still going to get red flagged, and they don't know why. Because a registered agent is a business position. So even though you are a registered agent, your business position as a registered agent, your address needs to be your business address. All right. So even though your virtual office, not your cyber office, but your virtual office will be the location and the headquarters of your business, then where it says registered agent, put the exact same address. Do not put your residential address there. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, and they don't understand the reason why. It's because, and then they're like, well, how come they denied me and they said they couldn't verify my address? It's because those 2 separate addresses are in the system. You need to make sure that it is cohesive all across the board. Very good question, Alex. One last question, and I am out of the way. Island Trucker says, Alex, I made the same mistake. The course is getting me on the right track, on the right path right now. Congratulations, Island boy Trucker. I appreciate you. And I remember when you were trying to come over, and I think you've been watching me for a year now, Island boy, and I'm glad that you finally decided to enroll into the course, and it's working for you. Yep. And in my course, it walks you through the proper steps, and you ain't even got to go to the Secretary of State website. You can, through my course, you can click the link and you can see the form and all of that good stuff. You're welcome, Alex. All right, so Trina James says, how can I get an American Express business card? All right, Trina, I just explained it a little bit, but I can tell you right now, what you need to do, Trina, is you need to be a legitimate business. You need to set yourself up as a legitimate business. What I mean by that is you need to be a limited liability company or a corporation. You want to have an 80 Paydex. Once you have an 80 Paydex, the way that you get your Paydex is through your starter accounts. Once you have an 80 Paydex, then you need to have an Experian you need to have an Experian profile open on your business side. You need to have a $2,500 limit to get to tier 2. Once you have a $2,500 limit to get to tier 2, then you need to have a total of 20 accounts reporting to Dun& Bradstreet, and they need to have 5,000 maximum, and they have to be revolving lines of credit. After you do that, well, I mean, you could just pay $3,500 and buy some seasoned trade lines. You could pay $3,500 and have some seasoned trade lines and then apply. But oh, excuse me, guys. But once you go through that step and your business is set up properly and on Dun & Bradstreet, this is a caveat when it comes to American Express because you're asking for Amex. After you have the 20 accounts and you have the 5,000 limits and the multiple cards and card types, you need to update your Dun & Bradstreet profile with your profit and loss statement, with your financials. That is the key right there for Amex. That's a key that most people don't know and they don't realize is because they don't update the profit and loss. They don't update the Dun & Bradstreet with their financials. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys see that yarn got me. It is late. All right, Alex, you're going to enroll into the course. That is awesome, sir. I look forward to doing business with you. All right, Malik Lestivic gave me the fire. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Guys, it is late. I just wanted to touch you guys. It has been a long live, but I just wanted to knock off the cobwebs. Like I said, I haven't been posting. And I'm going to talk more about that. I have videos dropping, coming out, boom, boom, boom. If you're watching me for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure that you hit that notification bell. So if you're watching this on the replay and you was like, Dean, I wanted to ask you some questions. I didn't know you was going to go live at 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm a CEO in real life. Sometimes I might want to go live at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But if you hit that subscribe button and you hit the bell, you'll be notified anytime I go live. And right up there, if you're watching this on the replay on Facebook, is the link that'll bring you over to my my YouTube channel so that you can subscribe and you can hit that bell. All right. So make sure that you subscribe and make sure that you hit the bell. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I drop a lot of content on Instagram as far as snapshots. I'm always showing the proof. You know, I say all the time, men lie, women lie, and numbers don't lie. I say that all the time. And if you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own E.DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development, guys. I am a speaker, I am an author, and I am a coach. And I am tired. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Listen, every close I ain't sleep, and every sleep I ain't close. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. Stay woke, go get them. Success is waiting for you.